half of some of it, right? Okay, when you sit down, do you pull the seat out for them? That kind of shows I got a pretty good mind or some courtesy, or I've been taught, or I'm thinking on certain levels. When you order certain things, are you considerate of that person? So that's where I'm talking about, where my mind is. Before I even pull my wallet out, I've already impressed her. See, I'm thinking ahead of the game.
Right.
You could be an asshole with money.
That's true.
You could be arrogant with money.
That's true.
Because your mind ain't in the right place. My mind helps me make money. Last time I checked, who make money without using their brain?
Right. That's true.
So I use my mind, bruh. And my mind might talk up on the woman, and the woman pay for me. You never know.
Yeah, but she's not going to know that you have a great mind until you do whatever you say you're gonna do, and you have that conversation. I'm just sorry. She's not gonna notice your mind from across the room.
But you might be surprised, bro. Wear a suit and tie. What does that tell a woman?
Okay.
I'm just trying to say, bro. Like, you gotta understand, man. I ain't gonna say I specialize in trying to, like, but okay. What I'm trying to tell you is we all have powers. Some of us have unlocked them, some haven't. But you ever finish somebody's sentence for them?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you do that with your mind? Were you thinking in a certain way?
Yeah, because we thought.
You ever send a signal or a message to a woman without even saying anything? Eye contact in a certain way?
I don't know, because I'm not that fly.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just, you know why I don't know? Because if I do send a signal, I probably turned away and started doing something else and didn't notice that she caught the signal. You get what I'm saying?
so
like,
I'm gonna do this right now
staring.
on air and just let somebody know. One sign of my intelligence, and I'm gonna do it while I'm live. But I'm sitting down, right? And it's a whole bunch of people in no more seats, and I just do this. And then I let that woman right there sit down.
Right.
Certain things did I say anything?
No.
Okay. Did I show how much money I had?
No.
No. But is it a sign of some type of intelligence, or some type of my mind is thinking, working to be courteous?
Of being a gentleman.
But you gotta think to do that though, don't you?
Not necessarily.
Oh shit! So I'm just involuntarily, my mind just. Oh no, I had to think, I had to process that, bruh. Oh, trust me, you process it now. But what you do is you don't take advantage of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I say, I mean, to each his own. Now I'm not crazy. Money does come into play.
Right.
And women be judging by the money. They ain't judging me by my mind. But when you get the ones that do, then those are the ones you start putting to the side. And you start cutting the ones that judge you for your money out. Because you don't want the ones that want you for your money.
Right.
You want the ones that want you for your mind. You want the ones that want you for you, for how you think, for how you get your money, for who you are, for your characters, for your ethics, for your values. If you want me for my money, I can't fuck with you.
Right.
Because what happens if I'm broke? What happens if I'm in between?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I just don't want to spend the money on you at that time?
Right.
Now we got issues.
Right. I get it.
But if you want me for my mind, then guess what? My mind is going to tell me to spend my money on you.
There you go.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm trying to give these women hints, bruh. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to take the hints.
Hey.
We're taking the hints.
All right. So the next issue that I wanted to talk about, because I see this conscious wise, and I said this the other day because I'm getting older, but we depopulating ourselves.
Let me say one thing. I'm gonna tell you how the algorithm works. We were just talking about relationships and women and men, and how to be smarter and more intelligent in your approach. And because we're talking about positive things, Facebook cut off. I got it back up, but it cut off. Literally, as we were talking about these things, it just cut off. So you get what I'm saying when I say the algorithm puts things in front of you that are necessarily not positive. They put the more negative things in front of you because that's what they want you to consume. See, we're talking, this whole show has been about positivity and how to teach the youth and advance the future and do all these great things. And the algorithm said, no, we don't want people to know that. And they cut it off.
Well, we'll see what they do when I get to this one. Like I said, through youth violence, overdoses, incarceration and just things like we're depopulating ourselves. Breaking up family homes and values helps with that as well, because if you can't raise people right, then they start crashing out. And we had an episode about crashing out and all of that too.
We did.
But our vices, some of our habits, they're not pro-life. They're not helping us extend life as far as, you know, promotion of, like, let's say exercising, promotion of maybe veganism or healthy eating. You know, I would say that that's more of extending your years on the planet.
Okay.
It's definitely not going to help decrease anybody, you know. And now the funny thing about that is, if this is going to be a touchy subject, I've literally seen one of the presidential candidates say that that's what they need to be doing. And I definitely don't promote that. And if you listen to the Dosed Up song, one, it says I touch on topics that politicians be failing to mention. But it also says that I don't vote for nobody that don't got good intentions. You see what I'm saying? And to me, that's not good intentions if that is an agenda.
If that's the goal.
Yeah. And I ain't scared to talk the truth, man, because I said to someone the other day, I was like, man, people, like, we be living to tell these lies. But are we willing to unalive ourselves to tell the truth?
Nah, that's something.
Deep.
That's something.
Because I'm not running to y'all with lies. I'm not putting nothing on the line with a lie. But it's a lot that we gotta mentally think about, improvise, and skirt around to bring you the truth nowadays.
Yeah, you most definitely. You have to thread that needle nowadays to bring the truth. You have to thread that needle to bring some positive energy into these internets. The positive energy gets blocked.
On a whole, though, on a platform like this, you should be praising the truth. You should want that. Like, you should want folks going against the grain of lunacy and ignorance and insanity and mind fucking brainwashing tactics, man. Like,
but it's just it doesn't get anywhere. It doesn't not only with the algorithm and social media, but it doesn't get anywhere a lot of times with the people watching. So with the people who consumes it. Like, we talk about mess, we talk about popping the balloons and stuff. We talk about how that just gets millions and millions and millions of views, whereas we sit here and talk positivity, we may get 100 views. So if we reach one, we gonna teach one.
That's how I am.
But still,
4 or 5 views, I'm good.
Right.
Somebody saw it. That's all I need. They can tell somebody else. They can tell somebody. Yeah, like, it's out there, because I know, man, I'm before my time. Like, this might be boring to some people. Man, and if it ain't for you, but see, like minds are gonna attract to this. This is magnetic energy right here. Like, you gotta be on the square, on the level of knowing me, or wanting to do better, wanting to seek out something with your time, and stumble upon this, and I'm good. Like, I'm like treasure in the sand, bruh. You find me, you got gold. You don't. You just, hey man, you just passing it up. But I say that to say we finna get on, like, what we consider wealth and status nowadays would be spending and supporting other cultures and buying expensive brands and etc., rather than building and giving back and investing in our own. And, like, when it come to us, what we consider wealth and status is passing out turkeys rather than creating jobs. Yeah. Pencil drives and shit. Rather than creating jobs and opportunities. That's passing out wealth to me.
Oh, okay.
So now I ain't passed out no turkey, but I've paid a bill or two for people. I support businesses, black-owned businesses. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that I can get on the airwaves and speak to you.
Right.
So my money is generated in the hood, y'all.
Right.
I'm supporting people. Trust me. You see what I'm saying? I done bought plenty products from people that I didn't get. Plenty products that I did get.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I try to organize groups of my own. I'm trying to. Y'all go see. We trying to get these skits and things together.
Right.
All you see is nothing but us.
That's right.
You know. I'ma support what we got going on. I feel great when I do that.
Most definitely.
But not everybody does, man. Like, you run to support everybody but you. And it's cool to support other people, but support yourself too.
First,
support us too. Like, yeah,
right.
you know,
like,
cause
as much effort as you put in supporting other folks, put that same amount of effort in supporting us.
Cause I'm doing business with mine and them. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let it be known that I do business with mine first.
Right.
But now I got some of them. We finna do business together, and we doing skits together, and we gonna put it across the board because the new movement that I got, we trying to have peace, and we trying to make our money
peace and prosperity.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell you. I want money overseas. I want money in all states. I want money in as many cultures as I can get it in.
Right. Slick says some people just can't see you doing better than them. Sometimes that be the problem.
Well, I don't have those people around me, and I try to help people do better, which in turn makes them kind of want me around. But yeah, Slick, you right, man. People gonna be hating. They silent hate. Sometimes they hate in your presence loud.
Right, very loud.
A lot of the times it be the ones that's closest to you. But
and that'd be the hardest pill to swallow sometimes.
So what I've been finding is that when you flip the perspective of just do it like this, you are the only person that's going to invest in yourself more than anyone else. So you don't really look at it as they're hating. You look at it as they're not going to invest. They're not going to support in a way where you can get to where you need to get to.
Right.
So when you get to where you need to get to, they're not going to be around, and you don't need a reason.
Right.
They've X'd themselves out.
Right. They
like,
did you a favor pretty much.
I've kind of already realized I'm going to have to run to the finish line by myself.
You and me both, my brother.
I mean, and I would love for some people to run this race with me, but it ain't going to happen. And I don't need to waste too much time thinking that it will.
Let me ask you a question. When you realized that, did it hurt your feelings that you was going to have to run this race by yourself? Because to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To be honest
it put
with
a
you,
chip on my shoulder.
And it did me the same way because I realized I was going to have to run this race by myself. And I was like, you know what? Okay. Since I'm going to have to run the race by myself, try to make this a success with just me and Slick, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it very vigorously. I'm going to do everything I can. If it fails, it won't be because of effort.
Because listen, that hurt that you said, that turned into confidence.
Right.
And it turned into basically what they did was they made you a self-made boss. You have to boss up. Like, I got to pay for everything that I want to get done. I'm my own boss.
Right.
But now I know it's going to get done.
Right.
So, because all it takes is the time and the finances.
Right.
I got the resources, the people.
Right.
The platforms.
Because the people that fuck with me, that deal with us, this Misfits Radio, they really fuck with us. I'm going to assume from what I feel like they do. When we be in our chats and having good conversations, you know what I'm saying? I feel that way. So, yeah.
So, like, there's levels to me that people that know me know, like, I share some of those levels with some people that don't. Like, I'll give you, like, what I mean by that is I know how to manifest now to the point where I can shorten the length of time where I want this to manifest. But that comes in, like I was telling you, you have to, the dream that you want, you got to live the lifestyle now.
Okay.
And the dream starts coming together as you moonwalk through that shit.
Okay.
So if you want something to manifest for you, a lot of times it don't take a lot of spirituality. At first, I thought it took that till I unlocked the power of vision and sight.
Okay.
So basically, your money can make something manifest. There's long story short.
Right.
If the goal of mine is to have, let's say, an EP, I'm not manifesting that EP because I'm thinking about it. I'm manifesting that EP because I got out there and I worked. I wrote the music. I paid the producer. You see what I'm saying? And then boom, here it is. Well, it ain't magic. It's work. And then the money that I'm putting behind it, investing in myself. So once I started changing the way I perceive things, then the manifestations came quicker.
Okay.
Now, it's going to be hard for you to manifest the goal of something that's damn near impossible. That you got to take so much time, money. You might not have the resources for that manifestation. Like, let's say you want to be a race car driver, but you ain't got a car.
Right.
And you starting out now.
Right.
Your manifestations ain't gonna really work, even if you had the money for it. You could try it. I mean, you probably could, you know. I mean, but you realistically aren't gonna walk that dream like how I can walk mine.
Right. I get what you're saying.
So once you start putting them in order, man, you can handle a lot. But okay, so we were really talking about like the wealth and the status and how we kind of like drifted off into that.
Yeah. That's a part of it, though.
Yeah.
That's a part of putting in effort, investing in yourself. It's a part of wealth and status. It's the part that most people don't see. Most people don't see the effort that's put in to get to where you're at. They only see the end product. They don't see the race that's ran. You know, they only see the finish line. Most times on social media, people are posting their finish line. They're not posting the trials and tribulations, the hurdles they had to jump to get to the finish line. They just want to show you the finish line.
So this is something else that's different with the generations, and I actually have this, but you just mentioned, you said social media, but world-changing events. And I'm not talking about state to state.
Right.
I'm talking about global events.
Right.
Would be like the television. All right, so if you really think about it, and you want to keep your conscience and your sanity intact, then the television was one of them type of inventions that kind of disturbed or was the first to put certain images into our minds.
Okay.
Now think about it, like if I go back when we did movies, all right, so go back to the first movie that was on. This TV, and you can see where I'm going with this.
Okay.
But it was one of the damn catalysts that you can say sparked racism to a degree. And you can see it now.
Right.
Visualize it. All right, other world-changing events would be like pharmaceutical drugs. You got them across the country.
Right.
That's world-changing. Now look at you, the demographic of who might be hooked on what.
Right.
Opioid abuse. As a senior citizen now, damn near everyone on the planet got drugs.
Right.
World changing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying that because with the generations, things are happening more and more and more. These same pharmaceutical drugs did not just hit you with overdose earlier. You see what I'm saying? So world changing. The guns and the weapons.
Right. Most definitely world changing. World changing and war changing.
You had mentioned it, but no, AIDS or certain diseases, world changing that wasn't in the beginning that are now.
Right.
Wars,
most definitely.
Y2K, the internet, the social media.
The internet is probably one of the biggest world changing things because it made the world flat. You get what I'm saying? It created a flat world. I'm not saying that the earth is flat. I don't want everybody getting into the flat earth. I'm talking about it made the fact that I can talk to someone, and I'm in Georgia, but I can talk to someone in France within minutes, within seconds. You get what I'm saying? So they made the world flat. It made commerce flat. It made everything flat. That's why people can make millions of dollars off YouTube because they don't have to worry about it just being in America. It's in France, it's in England, it's in
I think
India, it's everywhere.
I think it opened Pandora's box because what happens if you shut it down?
Right.
See what I'm saying? What happens in the future if they like, you know what, we don't want this no more?
Well, they don't even have to shut down the internet. What if the power goes out? What if the grid? Because you know the power grid,
your cell phone just shuts off.
Right.
You can't use a cell phone no more.
Right.
You just got to go on a laptop.
Right.
I think that would be kind of dope.
But if the cell phone shuts off, the laptop probably gonna shut off too. You could go on the laptop.
But you had a computer before you had the cell phone.
That's
true. We had computers. Computers before the cell phone, before the celly. But you know, that's an interesting concept, bro. Like,
I think we would go crazy without our cell phone.
Go crazy,
think about, you have all that. You have the power of a computer in your hand. So,
but we weren't crazy before it. So why would we go crazy now?
This is what we talking about.
So now we're getting somewhere. No. We're getting somewhere, right? If we will go crazy without a cell phone, just what the hell are they doing to us? Think about it.
Making us crazy. They are making us feel like this is something.
So let's go back to the car.
Right.
Triggering the emotions I just talked about. Cell phones. Come on, like, we got to be bigger than the accessories, man. We got to be bigger than the materials. The enlightenment makes you better than the material. We make the materials.
Yeah.
So why we crazy over it? Why we crazy without it?
We make it. We make the materials, but we don't put them together necessarily.
I'm gonna tell you why me not having a cell phone won't make me crazy.
Right. Give me a reason why.
Because women will still exist. You take them off the planet.
Well, how you gonna count to them?
I'll walk. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. Hey man, look. Just go outside and live life, and they'll be walking around. I see them every day.
Right, that house phone.
Man, that stuff still smell good, boy. Hey, man, I can't get off of that. I'm gonna say that shit every episode.
You got to stop letting that distract you.
Hey, smell good got me.
Okay.
But like I was saying, I don't need a phone as long as women are here.
Okay. So you'll go back to the old
caveman that shit.
Sitting on the phone all night talking to your girl, and
if she's here in person,
right?
I don't need the phone, man.
I got you.
Like, cause the whole point is to get her from the phone. I'm using the phone to get her here. So really, she still exists. Even if my phone cut off, don't she?
Yeah.
All right. So I still got a chance, is what I'm saying, without my phone.
You still have opportunity. You just gotta know how to work that opportunity. You gotta figure out how to get to where you gotta be.
But check this out though. This is what I don't want to be a norm, but it's coming down the pipeline, right? Mm-hmm. And this is world changing, y'all. The computer chip. I don't need to be chipped. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you won't be chipped.
The chip already in the phone. We don't need it in us. I'm just saying, man.
Let me give you a couple of comments. Slick says you gotta work hard because people don't see your dream. Social media makes you see more quickly. It shows you shit further. So I guess it means it just shows you stuff quickly and makes you see what you don't want to see, or makes you realize what you don't want to be involved with.
But my thing too is, like, if you have a dream, if it's a positive dream and you like it, why not start trying to live it?
Right.
Like, everybody be like, dreams finally come true.
Right.
They come true because you make them.
Because you make them come true. You the one who put in the work.
Hey, man. So, like, my thing is, what did you want to be? What do you want to be? Live it. Like, if you want to be a basketball player, right? Most people see their dreams be to be in the NBA. Mm-hmm. But somebody dream might want to be a basketball player, right? So it's plenty. You can skin a cat plenty ways with that.
Right.
You can coach basketball. You can play overseas. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You can be in big three. You can start your own recreational league. You said the dream was to be a basketball player.
Right.
But when you not narrow it down, or when you put yourself like, oh, I got to be an NBA player now, that's a specific dream.
Right.
That's harder to walk.
I get it.
And you limited yourself.
Instead of a wide array of the dream within the basketball, you know.
Now, I don't want to sound naive and just be like, okay, my dream is to make a difference. So I'm walking in my dream. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, to make a difference in what?
Right.
And then how you going to make that difference? And what are you doing to make the difference?
But you know, some dreams are specific. Like to be a rapper. I mean, you could be a rapper, but you could do other things to get to a rapper.
So
be a producer that helps you become a rapper.
So here go that thing, right? My thing would be then, why do you want to be a rapper? Because if that's your dream, right? And then they start saying, oh, well, I want all the women. See what I'm saying? Then that ain't your dream. Your dream ain't to be a rapper. You just want women. You just need money. That's what I be trying to tell people. Like, all right, like, okay, when they say they dream is to become a successful rapper, right? Okay, so when you become that rapper, what you gonna do after you rap, right? After you've achieved that, they want that for the money, the fame, and everything else. So I say, okay, right. So what you gonna do when you get your money? You gonna buy a car, right?
Right.
Okay, so how much does the car cost, right? Let's say your car that you want costs $50,000 to $100,000, and I give them $100,000. Go buy the car. Okay. Did you have to rap to do that?
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So what is your dream, bruh? Really?
My dream is to have $100,000. But I get what you're saying. But we're talking about avenues. If you want to be a rapper, there's other avenues in the straight path. You can go around it to the rapper. You can be a producer. Think about Dr. Dre. He was a producer.
Yeah.
He became a rapper, then he went back to producing. You get what I'm saying? Those things, there's other avenues. You were talking about basketball.
You can sell merchandise to rappers.
Right.
I mean, or just the thing is, the dream really be the money, cars, clothes.
Right.
The dream be what the rapper rapping about.
Right.
That's what you want to live. You want to live the life.
Your lifestyle.
So you need money.
What you're reaching for.
Man. Well, okay. Money, cars, clothes, and that's all the brother knows, right? So you got money, you got a car, you got clothes, you got a house, but you don't rap.
Right. So what you do?
Yeah, now they want to know what you do to make your money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But believe in yourself.
There's other
and we were saying we live in our dreams. That's what we do to make the money.
Right.
We live our dreams. So I might have to work to live my dream. But I'm gonna live it.
Right.
Cause see, the dream is but see how I flipped it on them though? The dream is I got my dream car right now. You see, I want a good car, I got that.
Right.
The dream is you want a roof over your head.
Right.
Now, you start expanding your dream when you say I want that mansion. Okay, like check it out, bruh. I saw on Instagram, there's a sheik out there, or whatever they call themselves. Dude got 1,700, or could be 17,000. I don't even know. I think his house is $1 billion. Whatever, he got a mansion that's worth over I don't know how many in the And I'm like, dude, like, whose dream is that?
How much space do you need?
Yeah, whose dream is that? Right. Because I don't dream to own a hotel, to live in a hotel.
Right.
Because his house is bigger than the hotel.
Right.
So that ain't my dream.
Right.
So you can live your dream and still have a house. You see?
A regular house.
So I'm like,
where I can yell upstairs and my girl can hear me and not have to go all the way, walk all the way.
Bruh got to use a phone call. He got to get on the internet. His waitress would literally have to have a cart
to come to the right.
You got a waitress and a maid at the house. Like, you got a staff in this bitch.
You probably got 7 to 8 kitchens.
You might have a hospital in your house.
Right.
You might as well, if you got it.
His dream though. His dream may have been for that right there.
Hey, bro.
So you'd be surprised at what some people's dreams are. We can't say that's not his dream, and he living it to his fullest. He gotta,
Well, see, at that point, when you have everything, help somebody then. Damn.
See, there you go. See, now
you see, because okay, you have. Well, I guess he is helping people by employing them, but you got 17,000 rooms in your mansion, and there's some homeless people and some poverty going on in your country. They could live in that damn mansion.
Now you talking crazy. People ain't finna do that. People are gonna go to the line and not cross it. No.
So my thing is this.
You think about all these
because they said he has so much money that he might spend. Oh, he paid Michael Jackson $10 million to perform. That kind of money, right? So if you got that kind of money, then you can get. It shouldn't be nobody poor around you.
Man, see, and that's gonna be a whole.
That would make me feel good to accomplish a feat of how many people can I bring up out of poverty.
And that's a whole.
Let's have them challenges.
That's a whole other show we need to have. It's called Greed.
Oh yeah.
It's called Greed.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at this time. So let me get to these last few then.
Okay.
All right. Voting for the lesser evil. We gotta nullify that. Voting for people and you don't even know what their accomplishments. You gotta nullify that. Waiting every 4 years to try to make a change and a difference in the community. You gotta nullify that. You see what I'm saying? Letting these political candidates insult your intelligence with these nuts on the voters ballot, insult your intelligence by talking about collard greens and shit when you need to be talking about how you gonna do something. And wait a minute now, insult your intelligence about an inflation that they fucking created. All right, I'm getting off of that. We're gonna go to that. Don't live beyond your means trying to impress people. Impress people. You can impress me by helping somebody. You can impress me by healing somebody. You can impress me by teaching somebody. You can impress me by doing something positive. But you don't necessarily impress me at all by putting on fraudulent shit, living beyond your means, being fake, having something that you can't even afford, and making somebody else help you with that. Like, stop taking people's money and stop asking people for help when you sacking yourself making bad decisions that you shouldn't even have made.
Right.
Like, now you taking money out of somebody else's pocket that they could be giving to somebody that really need it just because you bought something that you shouldn't be buying and you can't afford it. All right. And then that leads me to my last ones, like overindulging in the bad habits, the bad eating, the bragging about shit you shouldn't even be bragging about. You know what I'm saying? Like, invest in something that's positive. I gotta take my glasses off for that, but yeah, invest in something that's positive, like instead of like the nonsense just because you got a lot of it, y'all. And on that note, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to peace out this thing and I'll be back next Monday. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah. Grams leaders CCs, pounds. Close cash, close call, close encounter, close up, pounds of leaders of grams, get your dose up, cut this up, post up, and get dosed up. This for them voted like the movement, make the most of. Monday night at 8, I can't wait to set you straight. These opinions and debates, for them folk that can't relate. I gotta elevate your mind through these signs of the time. Dishing out that medication for that deaf, dumb and blind. And I ain't hard to find, you can catch me in no trenches. I do the groundwork and I ain't waiting on no sense. I be touching on them topics politicians fail to mention. And I don't vote for nobody that ain't got good intentions. I'm really live for my people and I'm here to make a change. I got that truth serum hooked directly through your veins. Hey, this is for my people, tune in, catch a close up, close up, close up, a close up, grams of it, tune in, liters of it, close up, pounds of it, yeah, grams of it, liters of it, pounds.